Alright, what's up guys, this is Igor in Russia. In this video we're going to be talking about the Russian news coverage about current events. So in this video we're going to be talking about what's going on using some Russian and some European news sources. If you're new to the channel, subscribe now. I'll show the real life in Russia as often as I can with a Western twist. At this point, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed to the channel. I've finally crossed the 8,000 amounts of subscribers on my YouTube channel, so thanks a lot for watching my videos, and I hope this channel will grow a lot more, since I think the stuff is pretty cool that I create, and I do it with all my heart, showing the ordinary life of Russia. I actually read already Russian news before, and it was taken the wrong way, and so basically a lot of YouTubers that are doing these news readings are copying me. There's a lot of been going on for I don't know how many days, 5 days since the Russian mobilization. My video got viral, but actually it was just, even though the video was used as fake news all around the world, and you can check that video, what happened below, link below, actually it all came true, since there's Russian border with Finland and Kazakhstan and a lot of other places went actually crazy. There was a lot of traffic jam all around.
L'auteur de cette vidéo, Igor, un Russe qui dénonce sur son compte TikTok l'instrumentalisation de ces images. C'est une vidéo du 29 août. Je l'ai publiée sur YouTube et TikTok.
The 35 kilometers that they said that the traffic jam length is not probably true even to this day. Some videos circulating, we can see that somebody counted, there was like 80 something cars, 83 cars. That's a lot, but it's not 35 kilometers. But anyways, some people said that a lot of news coverage about that. They actually reported that you can actually see some southern Russian border traffic jam from space. Of course, as you know, the main news is that the Russian mobilization is ongoing, and even the Russian, some government sources, I think, said that they were taking things a bit too far, since they were supposed to have 300,000 soldiers taken into, well, drafted is not the right word, but because of Putin's mobilization announcements, it is actually, basically they had the ability to take up to 1 million people. So some Russian oblasts took it too far, I guess, and they had, I don't know what's going to happen now, but I've seen videos from different centers where the mobilized soldiers were, and they were like ill-prepared. You know, I saw some crazy stuff like beds in the woods, so without any coverage from a possible rain or anything like that. So I don't know what's going on, or is it just fake news? Everything is possible in these days. In latest news, Kremlin said that there's no decision made that they're gonna close down Russian borders from men who are eligible to be mobilized. Even though they acknowledge that, at least FSB said that they acknowledge there's like 260,000 men fleeing from this mobilization all across Russia. Kremlin's spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that the government does not plan to seal the borders, as tens of thousands of cars with fleeing Russians, mostly men, cross into Georgia, Finland, Kazakhstan and Mongolia. If you ask me, this is one of the ways Kremlin handles things. They say something and make those who believe the news, make them feel comfortable and bow, and then it happens. This is like a sort of a tactic, but who knows? So yeah, Peskov said there's at this moment no decision has been made, but possibly there is. Can't imagine the people actually at the border who has to go through crazy lines and crazy traffic in one border, according to Moscow Times, which is not the most favorable news outlet if you thinking about the official Russian views. Kremlin views. It is reported that it's like a total chaos at the border. This one guy this person's name is Logbin, said that he had to wait for 34 hours at the border to cross. I'm not sure which country, not Finland, that's for sure. And it was a 9-kilometer long traffic jam. 3,500 cars lined up, and the closest toilet was like 2 kilometers away. He had to fight for his spot in the line, and this type of thing is it's pretty crazy. And I think this border was actually at Georgia, so at the Georgian border. And I know that people are going to be commenting that you should feel bad for Ukrainians, etc. But I'm just trying to stay focused on this matter, on this news. A lot of Russians already escaped, fled, or whatever you want to call that, during the early months of this operation that was started in 24th of February. So this is of course a huge increase. I don't know what's going to happen. Probably it's going to get worse, because even though they have reported that there's no decision has been made about closing the Russian borders from young men who are possibly going to be mobilized, but there's probably a little chaos still going on, like in telegrams and different social media platforms. So this is going to get probably a lot worse before it's totally closed, and I think it's gonna get closed. In this Russian news, Lenta, I read that you can see, well, he actually reported already people going away, leaving Russia, because they said that in Moscow they started to notice apartments who were marked by this voenkomat, which means the organization that does this mobilization. I'm not sure what it's in Russia. You could comment down below what is voenkomat in English. That they found apartments with sealed markings, which says that this person is being he has not been found. That means the person who lived there, they probably went to see him because he didn't report at this voenkomat office. Since he was not there, he's been well, searched for. So if he returns, he's gonna break the seal, and this way, I don't know, they're gonna do something and try to find him. But anyway, this is starting to this news is getting around as well in Russia. What is interesting, of course, is that these voenkomat offices are getting attacked, as you read probably in your local news, that there was like some firebombs thrown, and some kind of chaos erupted, and some crazy people are shooting or something like that. So it's probably pretty intense, but at the same time, you already know, also been reported that the mobilized soldiers already are somewhere near the front lines, or even front lines. And this is crazy, because according to the mobilization announcement, they were going to get 2 to 3 weeks of trainings before that. But even that is not enough, of course, for military actions for any soldiers. But if it's totally opposite, that the soldiers actually being thrown to the front lines, that is crazy. And this is, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm too afraid to actually even think about it. In other news, they have Gazprom has reported with a month which is going to be probably the most hard on Europe since the Gazprom has stopped any gas transportations to Europe. So the date, if you want to know, is January, and that's crazy. That's like 3 months from this moment as I record this video. The hardest month for Europeans. Let's see, there's a lot of events that are still possible before that. It might get even worse, but I hope it's gonna get better, since I'm still I hope for the best for everybody. More about these mobilization news, since it's the dominant news all around the world. In Finland, I don't know have they made any decisions, but there's been discussing about not letting any asylum seekers, not letting any mobilized people in as asylum seekers. At the same time, they have decided to close the border from ordinary tourists. I don't know the exact date, but this is what's going on. And Ukrainians actually in Germany, the refugees, I guess. They oppose the asylum for Russian deserters, I guess, and that's what's the name of these people who actually desert or escape the mobilization, I guess. And this is different from a different view from ordinary Germans, who actually, quite many of them are ready to grant asylum. I don't know, if the people of Germany wants to do something, I guess they can do it without any refugees dictating them what to do. They should be happy for what they have, thanks to Germany and other European countries. One news that I totally missed out, I don't know, were there any smaller news, but didn't make the front page, since the victims here are Russian children. Basically a mass shooting in Izhevsk. There was a mass shooting, school shooting situation in Izhevsk, and there was a man that opened fire on Monday. That's 1 day ago, yesterday. And according to the latest news, first news, there was 13 people died, 21 were injured. The guy actually committed a suicide. They haven't identified the person because he had no papers on him, but the work is undergoing. But I guess this news didn't go through. I feel, of course, bad. It's a horrible situation. I think that what happens is this news is not popular enough because it didn't pass. At least I didn't notice it. Did this information make any news in your country? Please report. I want to know. Share your thoughts. All right. And one more thing. Of course, a popular YouTuber, Niki Proshin, is I don't know, kind of a hipstery guy from St. Petersburg, originally from, I guess, Siberia or something like that. He's been getting a lot of views on YouTube. And this is interesting. He was making his live stream. We're gonna check out the video actually. He was making his live stream and suddenly he was actually hit. And this is, of course, during these interesting times, is kind of a suspicious, I guess, because you start to think, who is it, why it happened. We're gonna watch it, this clip now. Wait a second.
Yeah. Greetings and best wishes from St. Petersburg, Russia. There's also a lot of things to...
So he's walking, I guess, I don't know, is this Sadovaya Street or this is Nevsky? Yeah, this is Nevsky.
Partial mobilization.
Just making... Oh. Wow.
That was not the best experience, guys.
Wow. Probably quite shocking for him.
So, what happened right now? I don't know actually what to think about that. I might think that Big Brother is watching. I might think that that was just a weirdo from Russia. Yeah.
Interesting. Of course, so he was making his live stream just talking on Nevsky, and you can hear different languages on Nevsky, no problem. It feels like that person might know him. It might be the situation is that somebody doesn't like him because his content is pretty like anti-governmental, which is quite popular. If you want to make money on YouTube as a Russian YouTuber, you should definitely be anti-Kremlin and Putin. That's the best. That's the easiest way. One possibility is that he was followed because it's a live stream. You could basically know with few seconds apart where you actually going, and he was attacked. But this attack, it wasn't that serious. It wasn't a hit. It was like a kind of a slap. And he said that speak Russian, and he said yes, Russian. Then he's got like something like the dude put his hands on his head. But of course, probably shocking since you're just doing your vlog. I can kind of relate because I'm getting a lot of hate on the commentaries, and even all the people that are actually commenting now, that's Big Brother's watching, it's awful, no freedom of speech. But basically you do kind of the same thing. Many of the people do, and just you know, just constantly attacking and spamming and trolling. So it's the name of the game, but still you should be fair to everybody. But second possibility is that it's just Russia. Somebody might have heard English, It's tense, emotional times. Right after mobilization, a lot of maybe adrenaline people are having, and this hipster guy is talking English and just being typical hipster YouTuber and that type of thing, and he was attacked. That's two choices. You make your own decisions. It's up to you. Comment down below what you think about Niki Proshin's attack. But anyway, I hope you guys find this video interesting. I might do more of these. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and leave a comment. See you guys in the next episode, and bye.